Danny Lightning here with another CSR2 video. This one's aimed towards new people. Which T2 car should you get? Alright? If you like my videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. So the Porsche Boxter 718S is an amazing T2 car. You may not be able to get this car right off the bat because you can only buy this car with gold. I would not spend gold on any cars in this game except for this one. Alright, so let's go look at the dealership. If you don't have the gold to buy this car, let's go see what else is available for purchase with game cash. Alright, so we're going to go to buy cars, and I'm going to show you the couple cars that are available. We're going to click on T2. And there's a lot of these that you can only win or you can only buy with game cash. So the first one that you can purchase with game cash is the Subaru Wrx Sti. I personally do not like this car. I got this car, I put a bunch of stage 6 parts on it. For some reason I got a lot of stage 6 parts for this car that the game gave me. And I had a bunch of fusion parts I put in it, and I really just don't like this car. It's not that fast, it doesn't seem that good, okay? I would not recommend buying the Subaru WRX. Now here we have the BMW 325i. The M325i is an extremely good car. Alright, a lot of the guides say this car is good enough to get you through all the boss races. There's going to be certain series of races where at the end there's going to be a boss race, and if you beat the very last race you win the car. Alright, so if you supposedly this is capable of being fast enough to win all of or most of the boss cars. After I got my Porsche, I quit driving all of the other T2 cars, so I don't really know what's fast enough for what, because I quit driving them once I got the Porsche. But this is said to be one of the best T2 cars in the game. Alright, the Scirocco R. I guess this is actually a really good car as well. I have one, but I've never actually driven it. Like I said, the Boxster, the Porsche Boxster 718S. It costs 755 gold, but it's definitely worth it. You don't need the 1-star version of this car because mine's not completely full of fusion parts, and this car it's so fast. It's awesome for live racing. This car is amazing for everything in the game. Alright, if you haven't won one yet, you might want to look into buying one of these with gold. You do need to get Porsche fusion parts to fill it up to make it faster, but it seems like the game likes to give away Porsche fusion parts, so they don't really seem like they're that hard to get. So this is just awesome. Alright, the other car you can buy with game cash is the Audi TT RS. I really enjoyed this car until I got my Porsche. I don't quite know if it's fast enough to beat all of the bosses or not, but this is a nice, enjoyable car to drive. I liked it. This and the BMW, both of them you can keep buying and stripping to get more fusion parts to fill up your car. So both of these are a pretty good choice for a first T2 car. It sounds like the BMW is actually a better choice. But if you can get the Porsche, that is the best choice of all. Now the Civic Type R might actually be a better choice, except for the fact that Honda parts are extremely hard to get. I have one of these that I won with using my silver keys, and I cannot get the fusion parts to fill this thing up. The Focus RS is said to be really nice. I don't think I would spend the gold on it though. The A45, I don't know much about that. This thing I don't know much about. The Raptor, right? This is supposed to be the best T2 car in the game, but you can only win this. I have not won one yet. I think it's hard to believe that this is better than the Porsche, because every time I race one of these with my Porsche, I beat it. So I would say the Porsche is probably better. Not actually having one, I don't know. Maybe the people I raced were just bad at driving it. But I like my Porsche, alright? The Porsche is amazing. There's a few other cars in here you can actually buy with gold only. And I don't really know if they're that good or not. Like this thing, you can only buy that with gold. I have one, I've never actually driven it. The C4, this is a gold only car. I have one, but I've never driven it. I didn't actually buy mine with gold. I won all of mine with silver keys. I don't spend the gold on anything except for removing fusion parts from my car. If I don't need a car anymore, it's nice to have the gold to take the fusion parts out, because if there's another car of the same brand that you need and you like better that you get later on down the road, it's nice to remove the fusion parts. Alright, the Focus RS, gold only. That one you can only win. That one you can only win. I don't really like this vehicle. You can only win that one. We're back to the Raptor. So, okay, I think we just looked at all of them. I'll show you what I've got on my Porsche as to why I'm saying you don't need to win the one-star version of this Porsche. You really don't. Because mine is not even close to being fully upgraded. I have 36 out of 51 fusion parts in here. I don't need to add any more fusion parts. This car is already fast enough to beat all of the bosses without adding anything more to it. And it's also dominating live races. I get around 800 to 1,300 RP for every live race, and that's huge for a T2 car. So this is definitely an amazing car. You want to get this as soon as possible. Alright, I'll show you the dyno time on this car. I'll even run a test run with it and show you how the car drives. So the dyno time is going to cost me $75, and it runs a 9.5 second quarter mile and a 16-second half mile. And this is set up to run a quarter mile. This thing loses top speed, so this is not really a car that's made for the half mile. This car is set up to run quarter miles. And let's do the test run. Hopefully the lag, when I'm running the screen recorder, my phone usually lags, so that can kind of ruin my time on the test runs. But this will still give you a pretty good idea of how this car drives. It kind of shifts a little fast. It's a little hard to get used to shifting this car at first, but once you get the hang of it, no problem, and this car is awesome. Alright, so we're going to let go of the gas on number 1. So we're going to hold down the gas, and we're going to go 3, 2, and 1. And as soon as it hits 1, we're going to let go of the gas. That's going to give us the best start. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Fast shift, and then the rest of the shifts are pretty casual. So the first 2 shifts are a little challenging because they're so fast. You don't want that needle to go all the way down past the green and bury itself, because that's going to take a couple tenths of a second off of your time. Now there's another way to drive this Porsche. You can actually shift pretty much right away and go right into second gear. Now when you shift into second gear, which is your very first shift, that's when you're going to hit the nitrous. These pop-up ads are annoying. So I didn't tell you when I hit the nitrous, but as soon as I shift into second, I'm going to hit the nitrous. As you'll see, I run a 9.678. I think I actually run a slightly better time on this car when I do the early shift on the first gear. So this time I'll do the early shift, and as soon as I shift into second, I'm going to hit my nitrous. Alright, remember, let go of the gas on 1. 3, 2, 1. Early shift. And I did a couple early shifts on the other gears, so that might have killed my time a little bit. So that was not a perfect run, but it'll probably still be pretty good. I'm only looking at the quarter mile time here because pretty much any race you do with a T2 car is going to be a quarter mile. You won't do too many half miles. So there I ran a 9.603. Sometimes I can get a 9.5 something. Alright, so that's pretty fast. This is a good car. This is a really good car. So I'm going to end this video, and I hope this video helps. Alright, have a good day.